You guys thought Jen couldn't keep her hands off me before. Farmer Jay's here, ready for action.
We need some overalls.
You've been saying that for like 10 years.
Wow.
Jen's been saying she's gonna give me some overalls for like 10 years, plus more than 10 years probably. She still hasn't done it. I'm surprised because she's pretty good at that normally.
I just don't know if you'd actually wear them.
I would wear them one time and then I would never wear them again. Probably be perfect for me so my pants wouldn't fall down all the time. I mean, that's the point, right?
Then it would hide your
That's
belly.
kind of the point.
It would hide your belly.
A little bit, maybe.
I'm gonna find you some cheap ones on like Amazon. When you're off grid, maybe just in general, there's always a to-do list, right? A million things to do. So we're checking off a few of those things today. So I got all these beautiful flowers and veggies to plant. We're gonna get some manure also. So I'm super excited for all this. So let's get started. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? You looking for the chipmunk? Come here, Scout. Go puppy, huh?
We're doing a plant day. We're doing a honey-do list day, right?
Yep, that's what I said.
So
I'm making Jay get stuff done.
this is how desperate I am to get out of the to-do list. I know a lot of you guys can relate because you try to find something to do. Look at that. Never in my life. I pretty much just bought like 4,000 pounds of poop. That's how desperate I am. Jenny started mumbling something about trim last night in her sleep. Trim, I need trim done. So I had to go buy me 4,000 pounds of poo. So I didn't have the time to do trim. All right, guys. So we found a great deal last year on poo. That's a pretty good deal for a full trailer full of poo. It was $70. Got 7 tractor buckets full, smaller tractor buckets, but he filled them up good. So, but anyway, last year we found a good deal on these fruit trees too. We bought like 10, maybe 6 fruit trees and 4 oaks. They're all clearanced out. If you're wanting trees, buy them there. We clearanced out at Walmart in the spring, so do it now. Sometimes they get frost. Sometimes they just sit there too long, so they sell them. They're normally like 30, $40, and they clearance them down to like $10. So we had a couple extra apple trees. I think these are Honey Crisps. The ones over here by the compost pile are Honey Crisps. Let me see this one. I gotta get this one off of here. Yeah, that's Honey Crisp too. I don't think I've ever personally had one choke. Actually, I had a little tag at the bottom choke one out one time. So I like to leave the tags on them. These trees got gnawed up by our little button buck friend, I think, or a rabbit. This one, I always leave these on there for a year or two because it protects them from the rabbits chewing on the bottom. But something chewed up the other one's pretty good. I think it was deer. I think it was a little buttons, we call them. So anyway, I'm going to throw some compost or some poo on this. We've been doing that to the fruit trees the last couple years because the first couple years the trees died a lot and they didn't have a lot of nutrients and they haven't grown a lot. So I've been doing that for the last couple years. Seems to be helping them a lot. There's not a lot of nutrients in this soil. About 6 inches of forest topsoil and the rest is sand. So anyway, I got to get shoveling. A few scoops of that, start soaking into the ground. A little bit every year. Guys, I forgot to show you. I planted potatoes a couple weeks ago. Look at them coming up. Even though it's been cold and miserable the last few weeks, my potatoes are coming up. Potatoes, a little easier to see over here. Potatoes, potato, 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 potato. Went and bought a bunch of straw for getting the grass to look good up by the cabin and to cover our covered beds, our raised beds. That helped last year. I guess people say not to do that. I don't know, it's because fungus or mold or what. But we had great success with it. Like, it kept all the moisture in our raised beds, so we didn't have to water them like every day. So it worked out good. I'm probably gonna throw a bunch of straw on top of these potatoes, maybe some manure, and then straw. Probably not manure this year. I did that last year, but it was in the soil. These are already growing good, and there's manure from last year. I'm throwing manure on these top two beds. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to get up there, but we need to get some nutrients in these beds, and I want to make them bigger. Actually, I'm glad I remembered that. I'm going to throw it over here to the side, because this bed kind of ends right here. I threw some fill dirt here. I'm going to throw manure here and over there, and throw manure right in here. That way this bed will go all the way out to there. I'm going to throw some on the end of this bed too. We're going to increase the size of these beds a little bit every year. Just make them a little bigger. Is that okay if I make these bigger every year? Yeah, I do. Right now we get morning sun and late evening sun, but I don't know, everything grew good last year in here. Everything didn't like flourish, but everything grew. So anyway, I gotta throw some right here. I'm glad I took a minute to show you the potato beds. All right, guys, look at that. Fresh new layer of manure for this bed. Extended the bottom one a little bit. Extended the bottom one over there a little bit. That's gonna help like slowly make these gardens full of good nutrients and get them to the size I want. I don't know if we're gonna put any of that manure in this bed. Jen has a lot of garlic here and onions over here that she planted last fall. What did you say, we could plant peppers with onions or something like that?
Peas and
Oh yeah.
Peas and beans.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna plant peas, or I bought a bunch of green beans, which I don't know if they'll grow up a trellis or not. But we're gonna plant beans in here this year. I really like green beans. Oh, Jenny, you don't really like green beans, do you?
I like green beans.
Once in a while.
Green beans are good.
And beans help, I think, bring the soil back a little bit too.
We can't put tomatoes and cucumbers back there for 5 years. It's a 5-year cycle.
That's not happening, but a couple years.
No, you gotta switch it.
We got lots of manure in there, so that helps replenish. But anyway,
I'm putting shorts on and gonna go do more flowers.
And Jen's doing flowers. I'm going to let that sit for a day. I could work it in with the tiller, but I don't know. I'll just let it dry out for a day.
Let it dry out and then work it in with the tiller. And then
I was going to plant the veggies today, but that manure is really wet still. So once it dries out today, and tomorrow, I can plant the veggies. Maybe I'll till it in. I mean, we have the tiller. We got the tiller fixed. John fixed the tiller for us, so I should use it. And I'll show you guys the new raised beds over by the barn, why we did what we did. And yeah, it's working perfectly. It's almost like it was planned this way. Almost like we might know what we're doing. Alright guys, today's video is sponsored by Giraffe Tools.
They sent us the Grand Falls pressure washer and we need it.
Building a homestead, living in the woods, things get dirty.
The side-by-side's a hot mess, guys. Let's clean this up. The retractable hose is a really great feature, guys.
The Grand Falls pressure washer from Giraffe has a 2.6 gallons per minute flow. And with the Grand Falls turbo nozzle, you have 1,650 PSI of pressure. And you can use hot water up to 100 degrees Celsius to help with removal of dirt, mud, and salt from all your equipment and vehicles. And the Giraffe Grand Falls power washer has this handy little soap dispenser. Put it right on the end of the wand. Makes cleaning fun again. And watch this. 3 seconds and you're done. Woohoo! Pretty good stuff. It also has different nozzles for different applications. It has all the accessories you need. It's like we have a little mini car wash here at the off-grid property now. Also has 3 ways to mount it. You could put it on the wall, you could put it on the ground, or you could use the trolley mount so it rolls around with you. So guys, check out the links in the description box below to get the best deal on the Giraffe power washer, right? Great gift for Father's Day. Get one before it's too late. We installed these raised beds a month or so ago, and we put a bunch of early spring perennial bulbs in here. Daffodils, tulips, and hyacinths, I think it is. Hyacinths. Little Easter hyacinths, I think. Look at them. They're all pretty much dead for the year. I mean, you got to let the plant keep growing so it can survive until next year. But they look terrible now. And guess what? It's time to put some veggies in there. It's almost like things work out for us for some reason. Like, we're not completely winging it all the time. Two raised beds full of manure. Got a good 4 to 6 inches of manure on top of this. So this will all dry out and get like really crusty, and then it'll break up a little bit, and we'll put a little more fresh dirt on top of it, and we'll grow some cucumbers and tomatoes right in that. Won't grow anything that'll lay on it like squash, but the cucumbers will go up the trellis, so it'll be really cool. So Jen's over here working hard on her flower beds, making everything look pretty, while I shovel poo. You enjoying life? You get the best dog life?
His brother went inside. His brother's a giant limo. Cleaning up Ben's grave.
If you've been here long enough to know Benjamin, put it in the comments down here. Say aye. Because Benjamin was a good mascot.
He was an old man puppy dog.
He was an awesome dog. And he got to enjoy the property here for a couple years, right? Mm-hmm. 2 to 3 years. So he'd be happy. Now these guys get to enjoy it. But now
Look at Scout.
but now Ben gets to sit here and overlook the view forever. Right?
And
All right. Happy? Working hard. Get a little bit of shade. Those clouds are coming in.
I like the sunshine. Oh, had enough clouds.
So I'm just going to go throw the little bit of manure that's left around the fruit trees that are at camp because they're easy to get to. And I can just chuck them right from the road. Might go throw some on the food plot orchard too. But I just did that. Did I put those on there last summer? There's still, it could use it, but I don't know if I'll get the trailer back there, so it'll be a little more work. I had to go put on the little trailer last time and put it behind the side-by-side, so maybe I'll do that if I have any left over. But you guys can stay up here with Jenny. She'll show you all her beautiful flower beds when she's done. And then we'll do a couple more little projects before we call it a day.
Look what he's doing, guys. Cleaning up the stove burner guards. What are they called?
Burner trays, I don't know. Alright, I'm not in the mood. Had enough for today. I'll finish those a day when I have a little more patience. That's not right now. Quarter turn. Guess what time it is, guys? What else?
Grab the other cutting board.
What other cutting board do you need?
The extra one.
Can you just use that cutting board? Huh?
I suppose.
There's a towel there, or whatever. Guess what time it is?
It's bread making time, guys.
You haven't made bread in like what?
At least
Couple
a couple
months?
months. Yeah.
A couple months.
Hi, Timber. Hi. Hi, Scout. Hi, he's a good baby dog. Come here. He's a baby dog. No. Are you excited about something? Yeah. Timber, tell us.
All right, bread time.
Well, Timber's so excited about bread.
Yeah. Huh?
Didn't you hear him?
Uh-huh.
He was speaking about it.
So that's been warming up. You gotta have that up to temperature. She scored the bread. Or the dough. Scored the dough. She had a couple of ice cubes in there for a little moisture.
Mm-hmm.
Now what, 25 minutes?
Yep,
Or
25 minutes, and we'll come take the lid off.
25 minutes with the lid at, does it stay at 475?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
475. And then after 25 minutes, you take the lid off, right?
Yep.
And then what, another 20 minutes?
20 minutes or so, seeing how it looks.
And then you temperature check it if you have to.
Yep. Keep that one.
Don't put it near the stove. That's why I took it away from the stove, because I want to burn this cabin down.
There.
So people keep worried about the stove, too, by the wall. And I was feeling it. Feel the wall. There's no heat over there
No,
at
it's
all.
not hot.
Zero.
And this literally, the stovetop is probably only ever going to be used by Jay with boiling down syrup.
Yeah. And I'm going to try to not do even that.
Right. Next year, hopefully we have a better situation. But guests in here have a coffee maker, and then they'll come eat breakfast with us.
Yeah.
So
they could warm, they could do stuff, but
right. But
let's use these 2 burners.
yeah.
Nothing gets hot. I mean, I don't know. Stuff's made. There's so much air gaps. All the heat from the stove comes out right here. Like, that's hot.
I mean, people have fridges right next to their stoves, and they don't worry about their fridges melting, so it's all okay.
It's 475, which is really hot, too. There's, like, no heat.
So, I'm going to set an alarm
the
on my phone.
The metal's hot, but the wood's not hot.
I'm setting an alarm on my phone for 25 minutes from now, and we'll come check it. We're going to go sit by a fire and relax, because
we've kicked butt.
Yes, we've kicked butt. Yep.
Timber found a spot, but there's a door here, buddy. You can't sit here.
He's just going to guard the sourdough.
Yeah. Guard dog.
Guardian of the
You guys already
sourdough.
like the mini cabin. What do you guys think of my new handle? My handle broke already. It lasted 2 days. Actually, it's been broken since day 3. This is the solution until I take the time to replace it. Don't twist it more than like a quarter turn.
We're just going to put a whole new door in, guys. We're going to put a whole new door in, and I'm really sad.
Yeah, this door is a pain in the butt.
I'm really sad because I really like this door, so maybe this could be like the exterior door. We could take the glass out and put a screen in because I like this door. I don't know.
Still needs a handle.
Yeah, but could use a different kind of handle then.
We'll figure it out.
But
we tried.
I'm gonna find a cool door now, guys.
It's really cool to try to be frugal, but sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And thrifty. Sometimes it doesn't work out.
It's a cool door, just didn't work out. It's part of the game.
It might still work out. We'll see. I'm not replacing it for a while.
Let's go sit by the fire, boys. Ooh, it's stinky.
What's it stink like?
Like cow poo. Like composted cow poo.
Cow poo.
But it will all dry out into the dirt.
Cow poo. Alright guys, we're going to sit by a fire for a bit. We've had a really long week. Worked really hard. Time to sit down and chillax. Bread 30.
Yep. Time to take the lid off, guys. Oh, look at that. It's looking pretty poofy.
Good.
So now we'll let that cook for another 20 minutes. And then we'll have yummy bread. I'll probably give a loaf. I'll split a loaf up between a couple of the neighbors around here because we don't need 2 loaves and it's way better fresh. Right?
Yep.
Look at that view, guys. Be nice to sit over here.
Once the mosquitoes aren't so bad.
Yeah, we'll just have to have a citronella candle. Because right now they're horrible. So we're going to go back by the fire because, well, I don't feel like being bit 1,000 times.